We still haven't seen the menus of Spider-Man PS4 in footage, but after the recent play session we do know what they contain, including benchmark challenges that we haven't really discussed yet, but there are way more interesting ways to get XP. We gotta look at the title screen of the game, and an interesting back of the box appeared. So let's take a look at that in this video. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. Let's start with those benchmark challenges that you already see pop up here after Spider-Man walked against a building. Doing that for, let's say, 50 yards will let you complete the challenge, and that rewards you with some XP. But expect also challenges for knocking X amount of dudes in the air. And we got the free fall challenge, for example, where you need to fall many feet in order to complete it. Others we saw was perform a 50 hit combo 30 times or web throw 100 enemies. Everything is tracked inside this menu, so you can see how many times you need to do the special move or combat trick to get the extra XP. And we see here Whiplash 1, and that kind of suggests that there are likely higher versions of the challenges as well that you unlock after you completed the first one. And then you're likely required to do the same trick to get another XP reward. So these benchmark challenges are an awesome way to level up faster for playing a certain way, or actually reward you for being a skilled player. You can also get some extra XP for doing fun tricks while swinging through the city, like the spider roll where you roll multiple times in the air. There's even a dragon roll that rewards you with more XP. So while going to a new objective or just swinging for fun and doing cool stunts with holding the triangle and the circle buttons, you can earn some extra XP points. It's not a lot, but it of course does add up if you continuously do these stunts for sure. Don't expect that you can do these moves like right away. You need to unlock them through the skill window, since one of the 3 skill lines is completely focused on the web swinging. And you can expect a ton of cool moves there, but it will go more in depth on the skills in a different video. But again, it's cool that there are a ton of ways to get XP in this game, and not just by doing the regular missions or beating up bad guys. Another way, for example, is by making pictures of New York landmarks. With the up button on the D-pad you get your camera and can take the shots of like a museum or the Empire State Building. And this way you also get those landmark tokens. So getting these tokens to craft new armor or gadgets is of course something you want to do, but leveling up Spider-Man will be that other goal to make him better, to be able to unlock those new suits, but also to increase the melee damage or health. And of course, as you probably know, you also get a skill point to unlock the new abilities, and again, I will go more in depth on these skills in a different video. For now, I thought it was interesting to take a look at the start screen of the game, as we see here from Amy Potter, who got to play the game in New Zealand. So yes, we can totally say that's looking very slick, a little like we saw with the E3 demo as well. Like, not sure if there are maybe like different versions of the start screen, like every time you start up the game it looks a little bit different. Again, not sure, but maybe there are some variations. As you come to expect, there is some variety in the loading screens, and those are the pictures that were released like alongside the press event info. Some nice new photos from Spider-Man doing some awesome tricks, and then you will also see a tip in the corner of the screen, just like we see of course with a ton of other games as well. Then let's go over to the Twitter from Hazib Yoa, who thinks he spotted the back of a physical copy of the game at the GB Hi-Fi store, and this could totally be made by the store to take in pre-orders, but it's very well made, and it also contains some info that you otherwise would not communicate if you did not know it was indeed the case. The box, for example, talks about a new villain that threatens New York, although I think Insomniac already said there won't be any like completely new bad guys, because they already had a lot of bad guys to choose from. But of course, for Spider-Man in this game, some villains like the Green Goblin have not existed yet, so it could be that this box is referring to that. Although we don't know if the Green Goblin will of course be in the game. What is interesting is that we see that the game requires 45 gigs minimum system storage. I mean, why put that again on the box if it is not real? So it could totally be the case. It's pretty average, of course, 45 gigs. Again, it looks like, if it is fake, a really good one, but I can totally see that this is the real box for the game for sure. Of course, if you see anything Spider-Man PS4 related, you can always reach out to me on Twitter at JorRaptor or Instagram at JorRaptor as well, so we can maybe discuss it here in these videos. Subscribe for everything Marvel Spider-Man as we near the release, and of course beyond. Drop a like to support the channel, check out my recent video about everything we know so far about the gadgets in the game, and they all look pretty cool, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!